If I can stick to this sort of schedule for the rest of the week, then I will be back on track. But after that, something stupid exciting is happening. I am 2 more scenes down in the tank. Hello and welcome to another vlog in the Writing a Book for 2ToRamble series. My name is Max Waller and I have been writing a book for the YouTubers at 2ToRamble for the last 2 years, and now I'm vlogging the last few weeks as I put the finishing touches on the final draft. Last week we hit 25% and I think I got 4 to 5 scenes edited, and then the week before that was 10 scenes. Now I had a really big thing on over the weekend where I was filming a short film. It was one of the best films I've ever been privy to be part of. I'm very, very blessed. I had a really great time behind the scenes. I am extremely tired, and Mondays are always a bit of a slow start, which means today I think I'm gonna aim to get 2 scenes edited. I do have a brand new scene that I need to write that I have put off to this week, because last week I was meant to do that, but I realized that the preparations for that film were really getting in the way, so I decided to just work on scenes that already existed. I think today would be a foolish day to try and do that writing because I am really tired, and also my wife and child aren't necessarily out of the house much, so I won't really get much time where I can just focus. So I think today it's going to be all about getting 2 more scenes done, and then as of tomorrow I believe I will get a bit of focus time. But for now I'm in a car because I need to nip to the supermarket because I've run out of waffles, and one needs his chocolate waffles in the morning, you know. Can't be having a morning without a chocolate waffle. That'd be terrible. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to settle down to editing the first scene of the day. It's 12:45 and I have just managed to finish the first scene out of the day. At the very least, I'm trying to go for 2 scenes, and this is a positive movement, you know. I said I wanted to get 2 scenes done today. We are currently on track to be able to do that. I have actually worked out the rest of the week, and if I can stick to this sort of schedule for the rest of the week, then I will be back on track, exactly where I want to be at this point in the plan. I guess I'm feeling kind of frustrated because I feel like I could probably work a lot faster than I am working, mainly because the amount of actual focus time that I'm getting on the work is extremely limited right now. So my head, for one, is still a bit scatterbrained because it's still in that filmmaker mood. It's still in the acting side of things from a few days ago. I'm very excited to see the rushes that come through and see how that film is looking. So my brain has been thinking about that a little bit, and this is one of the most annoying things about being a multi-creative, is that sometimes when you want to create the other thing, you then get distracted by something else. Like last week this time, I didn't even want to think about this film. I just wanted to get on with it and keep working on the book, and now I've done the film and it was a great time, but it also has left this kind of hole in my heart that needs to see that film edited. So that makes me a little bit more scatterbrained. This is why I've decided to go in with only 2 scenes today, just so that I can rinse off that overall feeling. But the other thing that's making things difficult is the fact that I don't actually have this house to myself, meaning that I am distracted a heck of a lot by my daughter and my wife, which, don't get me wrong, I am not going to complain about the fact that I get the opportunity to do this. It does just slow down my progress a little bit, and there's always part of me that thinks I could be doing things a lot quicker. However, there are only a couple of weeks left of the 6 weeks holiday, and then my routine changes completely, so it'll be really interesting to see what impact that is going to have on the future of this editing. The good news is that I feel really fulfilled by the scenes that I'm reading. The one that I just read, I'm very, very happy with, and I'm very proud of where the book is at this point and how the story moves, the plot in particular. So yeah, lots of good things about the draft that I'm currently reading. But for now, I'm going to go and get some lunch, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my utmost to get that second scene done so we can end today with 2 scenes in the bag. That would be the most ideal, but let's see where we go. That's another Monday in the can, and I gotta say, I got both of my plan scenes done today. It has been a day of like a lot of procrastination, a lot of distraction, and yet I still was able to get 2 scenes done. And the second scene that I did, it needed a lot of work. There was a lot to go through. There were a lot of problems that needed fixing. So I'm really happy that I've managed to move it closer to what I want it to be. And I think every now and again, I'm like, I hope that I'm keeping that consistency, and I hope that I'm keeping things together. And sometimes I do have to go back and just change a few things about previous chapters just to ensure that the things that I'm putting in now are accurate and good. But for the time being, I'm really proud of where it's going, meaning that I am pretty much where I need to be. But there's always a chance that I'm going to full steam ahead a little later on when scenes need a little less effort and I have a little bit more time. So I guess we'll see where this journey takes us next. You have caught me in the middle of something a little bit top secret that I can't really tell you about just yet, but I'll let you know just as soon as I think it's the relevant time. But for now, let's talk about today. I'm going to be spending this morning editing this super secret thing, which you've got a bit of a hint on there, and I'll let you know about that another time. Then after my appointment, I'm going to come back, try and get through 1 scene. If I can get through 2, even better. And then I have to stop because I'm making dinner for my family. But after that, something stupid exciting is happening, and that is I am going to be recording the first in a series of podcast episodes with fellow author Chance Dillon. Now, we've been planning on doing this for a good while. It's going to be a monthly thing because we can't really fit it in like weekly, but every month we're going to be doing that. I've already told you about this, but we're going to be recording the first episode today, so I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes a little bit on that, and you can say hello to Chance, and you'll get an exclusive clip of the podcast, which will be coming out on Sunday, so it's going to be really exciting. We have actually had loads and loads of questions, and when I say loads, I mean 29 questions. Every single thing that people have asked, we are going to go into as much detail as possible as we can with all of those questions, and that will all be out on Sunday. So I'm very excited to be sharing another video with you this week, and only in a few days for you. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling about this. I'm going to do some work on the top secret project, and then I am going to dive into the scenes for the day. Let's see if we can get this done. I've just come back from my appointment at 11:45. I've got absolutely no writing done. I feel very frustrated. And I feel like, constantly in a rush to try and get stuff done. And I'm getting absolutely nothing done. But the good news is things are changing because I'm on my own in the house, meaning I've finally got a little bit of spare time to be able to get some focus work done. And when the focus happens, the work gets done. It's just most of the time when I'm not able to focus is usually the time that I need to be able to write, which is why I think probably when the 6 weeks holidays are over, things are going to change around here and I'm going to be doing a lot more focus work throughout the day. It might not happen today, I don't know. I'm going to make myself some lunch, really fancy, and a pizza bagel. Gonna give that a go today. Feeling a little bit different, feeling a little bit fun. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna see if I can get some work done. Come on, 2 scenes. Come on. I know I said 1 scene at the start of the day, but I'd really like to get 2 scenes done. I am delighted to be able to say that 2 hours of focus work later, I am 2 more scenes down in the tank. So today has ended up being a wonderful success, which means I've done 4 scenes this week, which is literally only 1 scene away from what I managed last week, meaning this week is definitely going to end up being more productive. So woohoo! We're only on Tuesday. We are only on Tuesday. There are 3 more days for me to go through. Obviously, if I end up writing that new scene, then I probably won't get as much done in that case, because obviously writing a new scene from scratch is going to take a little bit of extra time. But ultimately, it is the last scene that I'm going to be writing from scratch. I've just arrived at my mum and dad's house. I'm about to go on the call with Chance, and we're going to set up to do the first podcast. I have no idea how we're recording it. Part of me thought maybe we should use Zoom, but then there's this other thing online, but I'm thinking if we do like 2 hours worth of recording and we lose it, I'm very, very paranoid about that. So yeah, going to have to really think about what I'm going to do. But yeah, I've got a lovely little light over here, and then yeah, and that's it really. It's the setup. It's not going to look glamorous, it's not going to look perfect, but it'll do the job. Okay, before we get started properly, I am doing a vlog behind the scenes of stuff that we're doing, or that I'm doing this week. I just wondered if you wanted to say hello to my viewers, and I could put that in the vlog. Yeah,
Wasabi
anything to say to them.
Is that it?
Is it?
Wasabi.
Any words of wisdom to them?
Words of wisdom. Yeah, I don't know if I do. Oh man, this is now difficult being put on the spot. I'm usually not good at
that's what we're here for.
I'm not good at thinking either on the other end of preparation. So no, I don't have any words.
Edit.
As of right now, I have 0 words of wisdom of this moment. If I think of any, I'll let you know.
Okay. Basically, the words of wisdom are: go by mercy, tears of the fallen, go by mercy, ill is the fate. That's the wisest thing you can do right now. So see, I didn't even think about that. about a shameless plug. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that. But there we go. We got it in. The shameless plug is in. Okay, let's do this then. Let's do the thing we're here for. Yesterday was a wild time. I didn't realize that the podcast was going to go on for so long. I think it was about 2 hours that we were recording it. It was really good fun. There was some really, really good questions. I think there's some different questions as well that made me and Chance think. But I had a really great time doing that and answering those questions with him. And I enjoyed sharing a bit about my process as well. The full episode is going to be coming out on Sunday, but here is a little sneak preview of what we recorded yesterday. Most advice online tends to be the same, 10 to 15 phrases on repeat. What piece of advice would you give that you don't think is on anyone's top 10? Stop trying to be original. That's mine. Just stop with it. I just stop trying to be original. You're not like, it's all very good. The problem with original stories is that they've not been tested yet. And you might be a genius and you might make something that everybody loves. But you've not got anything to test that on. You might write something that everybody hates. There might be a reason why your originality is not received well. Not to say that you shouldn't be original with ideas that already exist. Just embrace stuff that you love. Do different versions of what you love. Don't copy it, but be inspired by it. And don't talk yourself out of something just because you're like, that's been done before. Because the fact is, it's never been done before by you.
Yeah. I think, yes. Playing into the rule that I said about write the big story. Don't write to market, although I know your book is literally the intention is to write for the market.
Don't do what I'm doing.
Don't do what Maxwell's doing. No, I think yours is a unique experiment, and I thoroughly enjoy the concept and the theory. I would say that generally writing to market is not there's something there that might be missing because you're trying to hit notes to appease people that you maybe shouldn't care about appeasing. Like who cares? Like write the thing you want to write. And I know that's in the top 10. So I'm just sort of like inversing the top 10 advice.
I feel like I now need to add to that because you've mentioned not writing to market and I think I will say, I want to talk about the experiment a little bit here because I was so concerned when Richard and Austin turned around to me after we did, because my original idea was they would tell me what they like in books. I would take notes. I would go and write a book. Created just completely by me, taking those notes. Okay, I know Austin likes this trope. I'll include that trope, right? But then they were like, no. What we would like to do is we want to give you a set of ideas. And my brain was like, oh my God, this is just, I was so scared because how do you write ideas passionately that aren't your own? So I have to say that even though I am writing to market, in fact, there's been a few things that I've had to change that they said they wanted. And I've said it to them already. I've been like, guys, there's some stuff in there that I just did not do because I personally don't resonate with that particular idea, meaning that something had to shift. Like, I tried to write one character in a way that they pitched and I really didn't like it. So I just didn't do it. So in a weird way, while I am doing an experiment of like writing to market, I guess I'm also doing an experiment as to how much must you write to market as well. And today I am going to be editing all of that podcast, meaning that I'm not sure if I'm going to have all the time in the world to be able to edit loads and loads of scenes. I'm also going to be attending a therapy session at 2:30, which means that my time is kind of limited, so I don't think today is the day for me to write that scene from scratch, which I know is kind of annoying. I keep putting it back, but the time will come when that scene is good, and my main prerogative is to ensure that I make forward momentum and progress, so at the end of the week I can have done more into that percentage pot. So I'm going to aim for one scene in the pot today, but really, if I end today having completed the podcast, got it ready for Sunday, and also managed to edit at least one scene, maybe two, then we can regard today as a whopping success.
Subconsciously did that service till recently, but I really just don't want to give up. And as a kid, I spent 8 months saving
The podcast has officially been edited. It was actually a real joy to watch back, and you know, when you're in the mode of doing something like that, you think, oh, am I coming across okay? Is what I'm saying all right? Do I sound like a complete idiot? Am I waffling? Am I cutting over too much? All of those things. And watching it back, I'm really, really happy with how me and Chance kind of interacted with each other. And also the fact that it was actually filmed on Zoom, so like it wasn't exactly the most high-end production ever, but listening back to the conversation, I'm really proud of it and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to do another one. When the time comes for you to watch it, we did ask if you could let us know what topics you'd like to see us talk about going forward, because we want to make sure that we make that valuable and enjoyable to watch. But for now, I need to be getting on with the day's work. I've got about, just over an hour and 40 minutes before I've got to get into therapy. But I'm going to go and try and get that first scene done. And if I can get 2 scenes done today, that would be so good. I would end this day on a high. I don't think we're ever going to hit that 4 scene mark again. Maybe we will. Maybe there'll be a day where I'm like, right, I'm clearing the entire schedule for the day. It is writing day only, and I'm on my own in the house from like early in the morning right till the evening. That's when I would be most productive. So who knows, maybe that'll happen. But for now, I'm happy with a 2 scene day, or alternatively today, just a 1 scene day would be good, especially with the amount that I've already got done. So I guess we're going to find out where the rest of this evening goes. I have just finished my therapy session. It was very therapeutic, and now I've got to make the decision as to what to do next. I've got about an hour left of my day, and I could throw all of this stuff into the vlog and, arrange it and get it all up to date, ready for you guys to see on the day this goes out. Or alternatively, I could spend it getting through another scene in the book. Or I could try and have me cake and eat it too by doing that chapter, putting on the dinner, and then running upstairs to get through the edit. I don't know, any of those could happen, but I think I'm going to prioritize getting 1 more scene in the tank today, because the more scenes that I get completed, the more percentage I get to add, and the closer we get to the cover reveal, which, I don't know how long that's going to take to get to, but I'm so excited. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I actually asked Chance what he thought of the cover yesterday and the title, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great title, and I think well, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention that I've seen the cover, but I think
you can give a tease. What do you think of the cover?
Oh yeah, I mean, between the title and the cover, I think it's going to be very sick. I love both.
So that was super nice, but now I've got to get back to it. And just like that, another day has come to an end, and I've managed to get 2 scenes in the tank, which feels really good. And the sequence that I've just done, the last 3 scenes, they really lived up to the hype that I had created around them at the time when I was writing them. There's just some really nice movements within these. In fact, I found myself feeling extremely excited about reading this one back, because I don't remember what happened in it. Obviously, I know the beat that happens in the story, but I hadn't realized how I had put it together. And reading it now, I'm so happy that it plays out the way that it does. There are a little bit of moments of foreshadowing that I've added in there. There's a bit of mystery building that I've done that I wasn't totally aware of what I was going to do. Honestly, it's coming together really nicely. There's about 300 or so pages in the document at the minute. Not very telling of what it'll look like when it's an actual novel, considering that it's all double-spaced, so there's no actual kind of understanding what the translation is between the two. But yeah, it's feeling good. It's feeling like it's at a good point in the story, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing where it all goes. There is, of course, part of me that really wants to get on with it and edit the sequence that is missing in the middle so that we can get back to being on track with whatever it is, and I could know the exact amount of words and the exact amount of pages that have passed up to this point. But, of course, there is still plenty more to edit before I 100% make it to that point. But we move, people, we move. It is a process, and we will get there slowly but surely together. It is coming down in buckets out there. We got a warning yesterday saying there's going to be a very heavy storm all day today, and yeah, that's just crazy weather conditions. Although I have to say, it is giving me slight October vibes, which is good, because October time is when I do the most writing, and I seem to be the most productive during that time. I have no idea why. That seems to be the case, so I'm going to celebrate that. And the fact that the sounds and the feeling, I mean, even the house is like gloomier than usual. There's no sunlight pouring through. I've had to have the light on, and that's not normal at this time. So very, very interesting. Obviously terrifying. There's been a warning put out, you know, for everyone to be careful, for everyone to stay safe, and you know, I appreciate that it comes with its problems. But if I'm going to have to take a glimmer of hope from it, it's that maybe it'll help today be a little bit more productive, and I need today to be productive because I'm going to have to edit this vlog up to the point where I've got up to. I am going to have to write the email doing the release of the name. The title reveal is happening early for all of the people on the newsletter, so if you're interested in getting early reveals and you want to be in on the action, then don't forget to check the description, because that is where you can sign up to my email. There will be freebies coming at some point. I've not quite got round to making those freebies, but I'm going to be bringing you all on that journey anyway. And then once I've written that email ready to go and give the title reveal early to the 37 people that have signed up to the mailing list, I then have to go on and edit 1 or 2 scenes. I've decided that I'm not going to do the writing of the new scene just yet, and that little arc that I keep talking about that really needs fixing, it's not going anywhere. And you know, I think that when I have a bit more time and when my routine goes back to normal, might be the best time to tackle that arc. It's like, I think it's 3 or 4 scenes where I've just got to edit them all really heavily. I'm gonna have to do that at a later date, and I think I'm enjoying the forward progression and the momentum right now, and I think when I get my days back fully, then that'll probably be the time to sit down and tackle the writing. So I'm going to opt to try and get 1 scene done, but if I can get 2 scenes done, I'll give myself a rather big pat on the back. So let's see how this stormy day goes, shall we? I spent the day getting as much as I possibly could done. I've updated the podcast to make it just that little bit better at the start. And then I worked on a scene which I didn't realize it needed as much work as it did. Like, it was in heavy need of a makeover. However, I felt kind of emotionally drained after editing this one. Like, there's sometimes you'll come out a scene when writing them, and I need a break, you know? When I'm writing a scene, I need a break, and usually it's about 15 minutes to an hour. Sometimes I need the rest of the day because the scene was intense, and I haven't had that happen to me during the edit, but this time it did. And I feel like I need to stop. I've only got half an hour left to be able to update the email that I'm going to be sending out to the newsletter. So I figured that, you know, maybe I'll stop today, and there's a new character that I'm working on tomorrow anyway. So if I'm going to do 2 scenes tomorrow, there's a brand new character to be working with, and it'll all be in the kind of same circle. But yeah, this one just got me feeling really emotionally intense, and I'm really happy with that. The fact that I'm so shook up for the characters in this particular scene, it's good. It's good. It means that hopefully that it'll have the effect on other people. Maybe. That's my theory, anyway. I guess we'll see, but this Thursday's been full of intense work. We might only have 1 scene done today, but so far, you know, looking back over the last few days of editing, I'm really proud with the progress this week, and I can't wait to see where we end up tomorrow. I'm starting today with the briefest of interruptions because I've had to nip to my parents' house to use my PC, which lives here, to be able to download a massive chunk of footage, about 1 terabytes worth of footage of the short film that we shot last week, because I'm going to be editing it. However, I think it's going to take a long time, so I'm going to have to set it up here and let it do all the downloading and basically just leave it on for the day. And then hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have all that footage ready to have a look at and edit when the time comes. But that isn't going to get in the way of the work that I've got to get done. I'm feeling a little bit nervous today, a little bit apprehensive, because today is the day when the title is officially revealed to everybody on 2ToRamble. I'm slightly aware that there's probably going to be some people that don't particularly like the title. I've just got to brace myself for those people. It is only a title, and it's the title that I gave it way back when I started working on it, and as time has gone on, I've thought about whether it still fits the story that I'm telling, and I think it does in many ways. So yeah, I hope everyone, I mean, I'm going to say I hope everyone likes it, but how much can you like a title? Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if the book's really good and the title's terrible, a lot of the time, I mean, I've read a lot of things that have titles where I'm like, I don't really understand this title, but then the book's really good, so obviously I become a fan of it. So I don't know, as long as the book stands up and is good. I'm sure there's going to be people that don't like the book either, but that's just how life goes. You create art, people don't have to like it. In fact, it's a privilege that anyone indulges in it. So even if someone doesn't like my book, if you are someone that takes the time out to read it, I appreciate you whether you like it or not, you know. The book, I mean. I'm going to see how many scenes I can get through today. I'm going to go in at a goal of 2 scenes if I can, minimum. I do have to have a chat to someone who helps me do thumbnails for this particular video, and by the end of today, the video that you're currently watching does need to go live, so I will probably be interrupted by that, and I've also got to make sure that I schedule the podcast, which goes live on Sunday. Let's see how much more I can get done today, and by the end of it, I'll have a clear idea as to how much I got done this week in terms of percentage. Okay, I'm more than a little nervous right now. I'm about to watch the Rambler Report, where the title is being revealed. But before we do that, I kind of wanted to go through some of the guesses that people have been doing. The Rambler Report literally went live 13 minutes ago. There were 31 comments on the top one by the end of that. So anyone that guessed right, I will be able to hopefully clock. But let's go through these, because there's some really funny ones as well as, you know, really good ones. A street of taxis and pedestrians. I feel like I really missed out on that, you know. I probably should have gone for that. City of Rage and Rambling. I should have been more meta. You're not wrong. I like this. This is nice. It's nice and literal. A conglomerate of pedestrian. But yeah, City of blank blank again. It's a very different story, no doubt. It would have been a bit trolly of me to have called it Austin Memories of Ice When. That Could have been the title. I don't think it would have fit the story, though, unfortunately. This is the first time I saw someone write the correct thing. It was along here somewhere. Yeah, there. The City of Ash and Fury /Rage. I was really impressed by that. John Borter did a fantastic job there of guessing it. So anyways, there was that person, and then I know there was one other person that did get it right from what I have seen. I'm going to keep rolling down till I find them. So at Boriqua245, you got it right. Thank you so much for guessing. And for everyone who has been getting involved in this, I see you, and I appreciate you, and I'm glad that, you know, we were able to make this kind of fun. It was just a bit of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to make something that was a little bit more than just oh, by the way, this is the title. I just want to see if we could make it a little bit interactive and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the Rambler Report.
You guys are my target demographic. What if I wrote a book for you guys? Like, you guys are my reader archetype I would love to hit. And so you guys give me what you want out of a book. Tell me, and I will write it.
In like 6 months.
Listen, I might have promised 6 months, but I had no idea that I was going to put as much kind of care into this project as I've ended up doing. Originally, I was like, I'll just boss out a book. I'd written a book in 22 days. I could do it again, and it didn't have to be long. It could be 50,000 words, and this was before they were the ones to give me the spark of the ideas, because the second they gave me those ideas, I knew that there was probably going to be a little bit more than 50k, and I didn't realize how much more, though.
So this first quarter, he's revealing the title of the book, which if you've been following along...
Sorry if it's a little bit trippy. Yeah, my computer's struggling to run it, apparently.
Drumble.
City. Oh god, here we go.
City of Ash and Fury!
Ah, epic title. Which one? It's so classic. It feels like it belongs on Orbit's
They like
publishing.
it. They
You know
like
what I
it.
mean?
Should be published by Orbit.
It feels like an Orbit.
I like that they like it. I hope they're not just being nice. I think they're usually honest. You know, these guys are really honest. Like, I've seen them give some scathing reviews to people they like, so they like the title. That's a good start.
Orbit publishing title.
Yeah.
That it fits right along. It's like I'm thinking the John Gwen stuff of, you know, the Fury of the Gods, the Shadow, it's just
The Lord of the Rings.
Of the
City
like
the Name of the Wind.
Yeah.
The Way of Kings. Yeah.
The City of Ash and Fury. It's a great title.
Yep. It is. City of Ash and Fury. I think it gives the
tone, the world,
the feelings, which we're not going to reveal anything about what we were saying about the book, what this book is yet, but it gives the tone of what the things we were putting in there.
Okay, so they enjoyed it. They're happy. I'm happy that they're happy, because like all I really wanted was for them to feel that it would work, and that as a title it worked. I really struggle with titles. I'm not actually amazing at them. Like, I find them so difficult to come up with. But I'm really glad that they like it, and they feel like it could sit on the shelves with other stuff. That's really good, and that's made me feel like I now need to deliver on the title. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. So thank you to Rich and Austin for taking the time out to reveal this one for me and letting me do this again. I'll probably keep saying that forever, because I really am happy and privileged to be doing this. And I just feel so glad that they're content with it. I have got 1 hour left of work, and I need to use it to be able to finish editing this vlog, otherwise you'll never be able to see this. So now is the best time to tell you exactly where I've got to this week. So today I only managed one scene, mainly because Fridays are extremely busy. I'm trying to get thumbnails ready for this video. Today I was trying to finalize the upload for the podcast that's going out next Sunday. Lots of other stuff going on behind the scenes of writing the book. Plus the fact that the scenes that I'm writing at the minute, they're getting more and more detailed now, and I'm having to take a little bit more time and care to make sure that these scenes are as immersive and enjoyable as possible, and, you know, hitting the standards that I want to hit when I release them. Obviously, that is always subject to opinion, but in my opinion, I'm happy to let someone else read that work. So it takes a bit longer now because every scene is requiring it. I am still a little ahead of schedule, which is really nice. This week has been a lot more productive than last week, which means I'm leaving it feeling a lot more brighter, because today I managed to get one scene done, which puts us at a grand total of 34% complete. That means we're 16% away from getting to that all-important cover reveal. Next week, I'm going to be letting you in on a little something I've been working on. I showed you a little bit of a hint this week, but yeah, next week's going to be quite a busy one in terms of other things that are going on. I have one day off next week because it's the last week of the summer holidays, so there's going to be a day that I have off and chill with my family. But there's some other things that I'm working on which I can let you in on, and a kind of an exciting opportunity to get a mention in the book when it is completed. But I will come back to you with that next week. If you are enjoying these videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If this is the first one that you've seen and you want to see the whole lot in the series, then you can check my entire journey out in this playlist right about here. Thank you so much for watching this one. I will see you all next week. Goodbye.